Hello,
Hello,
my name is Zoe,
and my name is Daniel.
and this is the Dan&Zoe Podcast.
We are back after a very long break.
Guess who's back in the house? Heels
Guess
click
who's
clacking about. That's a RuPaul song.
Crickets. We have gone through Easter. We
Yes.
have gone through Easter, and we are here now. We have been through quite a lot during this break.
I don't understand.
Excuse me.
Like what?
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, we went to Bulgaria by bus,
Yes.
and we came back from Bulgaria by bus.
Yes. No.
I raised my arm for a high five, and he said no.
No. Give me a high five. There we go.
Wow, I didn't believe you would actually give me one. Anyway.
No. Anyway, before we get into what we want to talk about, as usual, we're gonna have a little segment from Zoe talking about things she wants to discuss briefly. So Zoe, take the wheel.
Yeah. First of all, sorry for not recording for like 2 months or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To the 3 people that listen to us,
Yes.
apologies. And we're going to try to not do that. But then again, we are students in second year, so it's inevitable.
Yes.
And this is a long form media thing, so it's kind of harder to take time to do it, you know?
We're
It's
not making any weekly promises.
No, yeah.
So
Still
yeah.
apologies to whoever wanted to hear from us and didn't,
Mhm.
if there's anybody.
I heard some people came up to me and they're like, "When are you guys recording the podcast?"
Some people ask me as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the answer. Now.
Right.
Now it's happening. So the news is, have you guys seen Eurovision? Is that how you say it in English? Eurovision?
I didn't even watch it, so I don't know.
Dude, first of all, it was in Israel, right?
Mhm.
That's controversial enough as it is. Second of all, Madonna's performance. Whoever hasn't watched Madonna's performance on Eurovision 2019, YouTube it right now and watch it, because it was fucking weird. Like, it was so obviously, like, the message was there for the union of Palestine and Israel and everything. And by the way, I'm studying about the conflict right now in depth
Yes.
in GCA, and like having this Madonna performance right while I'm studying about the conflict was really cool for me. I fucking shat myself, right? And yeah, pretty much. Second place should have won first place in my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm not.
In the comments.
Yes, in the comments. And first place was like basic. I don't know. Sue me. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about Eurovision. I really like that grandpa from Switzerland. I don't know where he was from. Also, wasn't it like super cool that Italian people put like a half Egyptian person just to like stir, you know, for the tea. However, I shouldn't probably call like a fucking bloody conflict tea,
Yes.
but you know what I mean. However, yeah. Next thing, the Met Gala.
Ah, yes.
I have watched reviews.
Quick pause as I readjust the microphone because it will get noisy. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. This year's theme was camp. Whoever doesn't know what camp is, Google it. And if
Bit
you
rude.
also, another way to know what camp is, look at this year's Met Gala outfits. Imagine the exact opposite. That's camp.
Damn, is that shade?
No, that's like straight up saying they're not camp at all.
Oh.
There was probably like 3 or 4 people that did well, or 5.
You told me you liked a lot of the outfits. Well, not a lot, but you liked a good amount of them.
I liked them, but the ones I disliked more than I liked the ones I liked. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm very disappointed. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just shook. Really shouldn't have gone on like it did.
There were like, I understand that it's camp, and I understand what they need to do in order to pull it off, but some people, and you'll disagree on this and on me on this, and you have that people like Katy Perry showing up as a chandelier. I just don't see it. Like, but we have people like Ezra Miller who and I thought his look was fantastic,
It
but
was, yeah.
yeah, but I thought something like a chandelier was just, I don't know, like what is it? What is it? Because a lot of the outfits were references in the end, but like, well, I don't know. They're just, I feel like the effort wasn't there. The innovation of the outfit wasn't there. And it's just a chandelier.
It was a
Like,
reference to Katy Perry. It was Katy Perry being Katy Perry.
mm,
Also, like, I don't know. I feel like she always does something like have you if you saw her last year's outfit and her previous, like, the year before last year's outfit,
mhm.
it's like it's always campy in a way. I'm just gonna say that I really, really liked what Kanye did, and I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me on that. So what Kanye did was he went in like black jeans and a black hoodie, like nothing.
Really?
Yeah, and I really, really like that. First of all, because camp could be interpreted as a very exaggerated version of yourself, a very exaggerated, like, just all out. But him, apparently, the story behind that was he said to Kim, listen, Kim, first time you went to the Met Gala, you went as my date, and like people knew you as Kanye's date, and like I was shining and everything while you were just my plus one. Well, to this Met Gala, I want you to be like in the pictures, and I'm gonna be just your date. I'm gonna be just your plus one. I don't want to stand out. I don't want to do anything like that, you know? But for me, it was much more than that. It was just like him revolting against absolutely everything on the Met Gala, being well aware that nobody's going to show up and do the theme properly, and nobody's going to do justice to all the drag queens that invented camp, or, you know.
So you might as well just not do it.
Yeah, but a lot of other celebrities did that too. Like Rihanna didn't show up, which everybody was expecting her to, and stuff. But he showed up, and he didn't show up at the same time.
In protest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that was really cool. Kylie's dress was disgusting. Sue me right now. Like, I don't care.
I don't like what Kim was wearing either.
Kim was cool. I liked Kim.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it's just like her as if she's coming out of water, right?
Yes. So the crystals are supposed to be like to represent water drops, because she has been wearing the wet look for a while now on red carpets and events. See, the thing with Kim is, she is camp as it is. Like, she's just camp in her own persona. Her body is camp because it's not real. It's like distorted in like borderline campy ways. Her persona is campy in terms of the way she speaks. Her family is camp. Her husband is camp. The way she represents camp. So her going in that dress and like enhancing her like campy features, it's just cool. The first time I saw it, I didn't like it. Started growing on me very quickly, and now I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong though, if Emma Stone showed up in that dress, it wouldn't have been good.
I think, regardless of the story behind why Kanye did what he did, I think regardless, I'm still more drawn to like what he's doing, because he's the one that stands out. And I think, I don't know, I prefer what Kanye's doing over Kim 100%. I know you probably think that way, but yeah, I like what Kanye did. I think it's good.
I like that too. Off the top of my head, I remember Dua Lipa had a very nice, horrendous looking dress, which was very campy of her. Donatella Versace also, she absolutely crushed it. Gigi Hadid, I really liked. A lot of people said she was boring. I thought she was really cool. Bella, on the other hand, no. Her date, yes. Harry Styles fucking crushed it.
Yeah, you love that one.
To be fair, like, trying not to be biased because he's my child, I'm like, I want to say he could have done more, but could have, like, I don't know. He was one of the organizers, the co-organizers this year, because obviously he's known as a very campy persona, like after he left One Direction and like after they broke up. I mean, having that said, he could have done more. He could have worn like something super blown out of proportion and like ridiculous, but that wouldn't have been him too much, right? So I'm glad. I
It's-
like how he looked.
It's almost like Kanye's position. Like it's just not him to
Yeah.
do something out there like everyone else.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And yeah, these are the top of my head ones. RuPaul showed up as a man, which I liked. A lot of people said, no, you could have done better if you were RuPaul as a woman, as a
Right.
drag queen. But he showed up as a guy with a fancy, colorful looking suit. I like that. And yeah, and also another person invited was James Charles, which was a big controversy. Which actually, I'm not going to say anything about that. It's just ridiculous. Dismissed. But this brings us to our actual topic,
Yes.
which is how influencers made marketing great again and then bad again.
Right. And we're talking about influencers, quote unquote, mostly seen on like social media on YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, and just your casual everyday influencer that you might see. That's usually ranging. We're gonna focus more on the young influencers on
Yeah.
this one.
And obviously, what made us talk about this was I'm taking my shoes off and Daniel's like eyeing it. I'm just taking my shoes off. It's very warm in this studio.
Okay.
It's like boiling. Anyway, enjoy. What actually brought us to this topic was obviously James Charles drama and Tati drama.
Okay. I think maybe 50% of our listeners might not know who James Charles is or who Tati is.
I'm gonna brief it. So James Charles is a huge YouTuber. Currently, I think around 14 million subscribers. He's a beauty guru. He's a very big part of the beauty community. He has started his own brand, his own clothing and makeup brand, praised by a lot of, or used to be, by a lot of older YouTubers. A lot of, he has a deal with Morphe.
Which is?
I'm not going to say it because I don't want to give him clout. You
Okay.
kidding me? Although I do use his code sometimes. But, a lot of other YouTubers have the same fucking code. Go to Nikki Tutorials and get the same fucking code, okay? Whatever. Or just, go to Uni Days. I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah, he's a big YouTuber. Tati Westbrook, another very big YouTuber. She has been doing this for, I think, about 10 years now. She had about 7 million subscribers in the beginning of this. Now she's rounded them up to 10 million or maybe 11 million now. I'm not sure. She gained a lot of subscribers after this. They were friends. They were very good friends and leaders of the beauty community, quote unquote. She has her own brand, which is called Halo Beauty. And she's doing beauty, hair, nail, skin vitamins.
All of them.
Yes. James Charles has supported her throughout her career as she has supported him. She is his self-proclaimed mentor. And he even calls her mom, apparently. Yeah. That's weird. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I thought it was weird as well.
She is 30-something. He is 19. So they do have kind of a more of a mother-son relationship than anything. But they are also good friends. They have shared a lot of videos, a lot of deals, whatever. I don't know. And basically, Coachella this year, James went on there and he said, "Hey guys, listen." He came up on Instagram stories and said, I basically have been mobbed in Coachella weekend 2. I don't have security, but Sugar Hair Bear provided me security. They have these sleeping pills, these other pills, you can go buy them, swipe up. He did an ad for Sugar Hair Bear, which is the main rival of Halo Beauty, Tati's Halo Beauty brand. After which story, Tati came onto Instagram stories crying, sniffling, being like, I can't believe how vile this community can be, blah, blah, blah. He lied to me. And then she made a 47-minute long video in which she says that he is basically like he has to grow as a person in order to be in this world. He gained his fame too young. He doesn't know how to work with it. He lied to her. He supported her rival, which made her look bad because she has mentored him and literally like wiped his ass for the past 3 years he's done YouTube for. Like literally wiped his ass. She tied the deal with him and Morphe. A lot of the things she's done like bring him millions and millions of dollars, right? And she made him a millionaire. So, right. And then a lot of people started going up, including Jeffree Star, supporting her and saying that he also has a thing for straight guys. And
oh yeah, that's like.
Yeah, it's like a very layered problem.
It's really layered.
Because it wasn't like the Halo Beauty thing was just on the surface, but actually she came on and for these 47 minutes said everything that's wrong with James Charles pretty much. Which one of it was like he's too sexual, he's advertising the wrong things to his young subscribers, which are mainly 13, 14-year-old girls. He talks about boys too much. He talks to his parents about sucking dick, like all that shit, you know?
Especially when someone like him does have a demographic that's younger than his age.
Yeah. Possibly
ranging between like 12 to 16.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Well, basically, yeah. And he came on after that. Like a lot of people emerged saying, like some of them with the truth, some of them with lies, saying that he's a predator. Jeffree Star actually publicly called him a predator, which was such a stupid move of him. Even if he was a predator, why would you use publicly on Twitter the word predator? Why do y'all want to lose money?
Mm-hmm.
You know? But anyway, James recently came up with a response video after apologizing in which he debunked a lot of what Tati said and basically said she's lying, but you know, that's like the main drama that's going on. And like people are taking sides. He lost a tremendous amount of subscribers the first.
He gained them back.
But he did gain them back.
He gained them back, and she's losing the subscribers she got because of the final videos that they released. And I know you said that you think James Charles is in the right and whatnot. I don't know. I feel like, okay, should we like wrap up the whole like story before we go into why we think this and that?
That's it to be fair. Like, I think he was wrong. Like when I heard Tati's video initially, I was like, yeah, I get it. Especially like when she said how on her birthday he was eyeing the waiter in the restaurant in front of her parents, in front of her friends. Yeah. And he was like talking what he would do to the waiter. And she was like, oh my God, no, James, this is a straight man. And he turned to her and said, doesn't matter, I'm famous. Doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity. Ooh. Which I heard that and I cringed so hard. But in James's video, he's like, what the fuck, Tati? This is a joke. Like it's an inside joke I have with my friends in which you have also participated. And he pulled up screenshots of him saying like, it's something like, oh my God, I'm deceased. Like something in that caliber where you're like, oh, I'm too lazy to go buy potatoes, but doesn't matter, I'm famous. You know, something like this.
Yeah.
But I guess she got it wrong, or she wanted to blow it out of proportion, or maybe he's lying that it's a joke. But that was his comeback.
And the screenshots are legit.
Well, they were. He put them in the video. I don't know if they're legit. I think so. Like, I don't know.
It's just gonna be a constant war of fake screenshots, back and forth, and we never know who's in the right and who's in the wrong.
I don't even know why people trust screenshots that much. Like when somebody posts a screenshot, everybody's like.
Yeah, Donald Trump DM'd me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, with James Charles' video, he talked about how at Coachella he was like, he was just overwhelmed and he had to act quick in order to escape the crowd. And the only way he could do that was to do a favor for this company that's a rival of his like best friend / mentor's company.
Yeah.
But you're going to Coachella. You understand what ticket you bought. You understand what crowd you're going to be in. You know you're going to be vulnerable. Why would you put yourself in that position and then be surprised that you're in that position and And I don't know. I just think he could have planned it better. I don't know.
I think it was staged. I think the halo,
Yeah.
the sugar hair bear was staged. I'm sure he knew. Oh my god, I'm so far from the microphone. I'm sure that he knew where he was going and what he was getting into, and like there is no way a person who has 14 million subscribers or like even more before that to fucking go to Coachella with no security. Come on. Fucking Nikita
Yeah.
Dragon carries her security with her.
Yeah.
Fucking who else? Like people who have 3,000 subscribers go with security everywhere.
Also, this isn't his first time going to Coachella.
Yeah, of course it's not.
So I don't understand why he didn't understand the process of how someone who's a big influencer and a YouTuber, like, because apparently in the video they said that you have to get a ticket by contacting them directly. You can't get it from the website. Like, did he not know there was that process? Like that's kind of confusing, especially since it's not his first time go to Coachella.
Yeah.
On the topic of it being staged or fake or him just knowing what he was going to go into and he was like, fuck it. Yeah, I think that's true. I also think Tati is in on it. I don't know. I think that is possible just because I've seen way too many YouTube dramas start and finish in the most ridiculous ways just because they were both in on it and they just did it for a few videos to get a few 100,000 or million views, because those types of videos blow up. When you try to expose a big YouTuber, and you are a big YouTuber, your video will blow the fuck up. It is insane. And the response videos will do just as good. So of course they're going to capitalize on that and earn. They earned like tens, if not hundreds of thousands from these videos. Like it's insane to not take into consideration that it might be all fake.
Yeah, for sure. Because no ad's a bad ad.
Yeah, exactly.
Which brings us to the topic of marketing pretty much. Because like I was thinking while watching this, first of all, what a great job being an influencer is. And like, because, okay, so basically I have started explaining to my parents how influencers work and how like earning money from social media works. And to them, it's so like unfathomable.
It's hard explaining it to
a person who
a third person parent.
Yes, who knows advertising as it is, like newspaper advertising, TV advertising. But to be fair, when you take me, a 20-year-old girl with a certain amount of subscribers or followers on Instagram, a certain like it's so much more easier to target the audience of your advertising. It's so much more easier to find exactly who you want to sell the product to. So for example, if you're making like something that girls would more likely buy between the ages of 15 and 16, you give it to a person whose audiences are girls between the ages of 15 and 16 and they buy it. Because on TV, what's the likelihood? It's so much more hard to pick out the right time of the day to do the ad, and it's also more expensive sometimes to do it on TV still, which is bad because it shouldn't be. Right now you should be paying people.
It's a dying format.
It is. Nobody's watching TV anymore.
No.
Especially not from like the generation after us.
When we were talking about it previously, I gave the example of fitness YouTubers actually making their own gyms. And those are the gyms that are now like blowing up to the whole community. They're like, they have branches now.
Yeah.
And like, if you follow them and you look at how they started, they just did it as like a little experiment, but now it's like blowing up just because there is a personality, there is a face, and possibly even the name is named after the person of the product. So there is that connection, especially if you watch them for like months or years and then they come up with this stuff. Of course you're going to be invested in it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because people relate to people more than they relate to names. And like, if I was to try a beauty supplement, I would first go to Tati Westbrook because I know Tati Westbrook. I've seen her cry on camera. I've seen her without makeup. I've seen her in her pajamas. I see her every day on my feed. I know her. I feel like she's closer to me than, let's say, L'Oreal, which even if somebody comes and tells me, oh, L'Oreal's CEO is called Jane Doe, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. But then again, I don't know her face. I haven't seen her. I don't feel connected to her on the same level I feel connected to Tati Westbrook, even though I'm not a big fan or a fan at all.
You don't have to be.
Yeah.
They just have to exist. They just have to be there.
And I know that this is a legit person because you think that over the internet, it's fine. Like, you see them, like, yeah, it's like a virtual reality, blah, blah, blah. But still, somewhere behind that screen, thousands of miles away, this person exists and feels the same things I do. They tell me that they love me. That's a big thing. Like, at the end of every video, I love you guys. That's so weird to me. So
It is weird.
I would never, tell, like, can you really love a mass of people?
No.
I don't think so.
No, of course, but they just say it. They just say it.
Because it has a certain ring to it. Because we've been brought up thinking these words mean something sacred and something that your mom says to you, something that your dad says to you, something that your lover tells you, something that when our brain hears them, our brain knows that it makes a relation that they're not just the next word. They are something with a ring to it. And even if they don't mean it, even if we all know that they don't really mean it, like your mom would mean it when she tells you, our brain still reacts to them in some way. And like, has the CEO of L'Oreal told me she loves me? No. Has Tati Westbrook, on the other hand, told me she loves me? Hell yeah. Every day, every video, she tells me she loves me. Like, and I don't believe her. But my brain, my brain is like, yo, obviously you're gonna go buy Halo Beauty, dude. Like, are you fucking insane?
A lot of people would be like, oh my God, I don't understand why people trust these influencers just because they said, and it's not just because they say stuff, it's just because they're people.
Yeah.
They're people. You won't see you're gonna I don't know Tati. I don't watch her videos. The only time I've heard of her is from the stuff that you've told me about her and James Charles, and that is it. I didn't know about her before. I didn't know about anything, but I would still trust her with a product more than the CEO of YouTube, Susan, and she has a face, but she
doesn't talk to me every day.
No, she doesn't talk. She doesn't.
I'm telling you right now, I would probably trust Shane Dawson with my life.
Okay, maybe not.
No, like, obviously I'm exaggerating, but I would trust, like, if Shane Dawson, because I know it sounds retarded right now, because, like, I'm, 20 years old, Shane Dawson is 55 now, or however old he is, he's married, whatever, has 67 dogs, but I've been watching Shane since I was 9. I've been watching Shane Dawson every single video for 11 years. He was the first YouTuber I've watched. And like, no matter what he does, I will continue watching him. And I still enjoy watching him, no matter how much he's changed, like all the accusations that he's been through, and then the weird phase that he had when he was building food houses, and then he became gay or bi or whatever.
That weird phase when you build food houses.
No, yeah, he did a lot of things, like Shanae, that was weird. He was like playing, don't you remember Shanae, the girl with the 3 eyebrows?
No.
God, that was so bad.
Shanae.
But people want her back. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna go into Shane Dawson. Anyway, I know Shane Dawson. I trust Shane Dawson. I consume Shane Dawson every single day in different forms and shapes. I see him on Instagram. I see him on Twitter. And every week I see him on YouTube.
He's repeating voice and face.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna say I feel like, these people change. Because when you've watched somebody for long enough, you've watched them for long enough to know that they go through changes just like you. Just like you, they fall in love and out of love. Just like you, they have issues. And it is very, very often, these issues are so like exaggerated on YouTube because that's an American thing. For me, that's a very American media thing to lead with your issue story. So like if you have certain disease, you're going to lead with that. If you have a certain, like if your dad left when you were 12, you're going to lead with that. They need to see you vulnerable on the screen in order to believe you and to relate to you. And that's a very American thing. Like when you watch American Idol, X Factor in America, whatever it's called, it's always the soppy story
That wins.
that comes forward before the personality. And when the personality is too small, they suck the soppy story out. Drag Race, every single time. Somebody in the workroom, they're like doing their makeup, they're like gluing titties on. And somebody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I got beaten up when I was 12 because I'm gay. Like without anybody asking. I mean, it's great that you're sharing your story and I love hearing these stories and I cry when I hear them. But it's such a big thing. It's so impactful for people watching. Right? And like when Shane Dawson sits there and shares with me everything, or at least what seems like everything, I end up believing him. And I do. Like, I'm genuine. I do believe Shane Dawson, which is crazy because I've never in my life seen Shane Dawson. I've never spoken to Shane Dawson. Only he has spoken to me.
I can't do that. I can watch YouTubers. I can be invested in their channel and keep updated with their videos, but I still won't believe most, if not all, of what they say. I just can't.
How old were you when you started watching YouTube heavily?
I think around the same age as you when you got into Shane Dawson.
What, 9?
Yeah, except I was watching PewDiePie more. Yeah.
And it shows.
And it shows. Sure.
No, PewDiePie's great. I like him.
No, you don't.
I do. What, are you kidding me? I like him.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Oh yeah, I started liking him like 2 years ago because it's like I've been suffocated by him because I'm a serious YouTube watcher. Like
Yeah.
I watch YouTube all the time, and I knew about his existence, but I was like revolting against that. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna watch him. I watched one video, I liked it. I was like, fuck. And
Yeah.
since then I do watch him.
No, I was watching him since his like horror Let's Plays back in the day, and like I would literally get home from school and just sit and just open the laptop and just watch until I'd go to sleep, and that was my life for like who knows how long.
And you don't trust PewDiePie?
I don't want to say yeah. Like The thing is, it depends. It depends on the situation. If there is a conflict happening between him and like another channel, I probably wouldn't believe most of what's happening, just because I don't think it's that I don't believe YouTubers as a whole. I just don't believe a certain aspect of YouTube drama, which is beef between two channels.
Okay, but let's say if PewDiePie was selling a t-shirt and Max Mofo was selling a t-shirt, which t-shirt were you most likely to buy because you think it's better? On the first glance.
Max Mofo.
Fuck, what?
Yeah.
Why? You're just saying that to ruin my hypothesis.
No. Because one, I've seen PewDiePie's t-shirts. I don't like them. I'm not a big fan of like how they are. I think Max Mofo's does he even have merchandise? I haven't seen his merchandise.
I'm doing a hypothetical, Daniel. This is not real. I'm not asking you to compare merchandise. I'm saying imagine the shirt X, a shirt that you like, and imagine it is being sold by both PewDiePie and Max Mofo.
Okay, I would go with PewDiePie in that case. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, obviously, like comparing merch is completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you go with PewDiePie?
Because I'm invested, I guess. Yeah, because I've been with him for longer. Max Mofo, I see him as a guy who's just like a joke.
Opens Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
I like Max.
I like Max too. I like him too. I enjoy his videos. I think he's entertaining.
He's very funny.
I think he's entertaining, but I wouldn't be able to take him seriously. That's it.
I see.
Yeah, I think he's set himself to the point now where he can't be taken seriously.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
same thing with iDubbbz. Same thing.
iDubbbz is a whole nother category.
We're straying.
Yes, let's not talk about iDubbbz. I like iDubbbz, I'm just gonna say, but
Me too.
I don't know how to talk about iDubbbz, and I don't think
we should
talked about. Yeah.
No. Anyways, we're talking a whole lot about trust. in YouTubers, and take someone like James Charles, who is 19, and his demographic is between the ages of 12 to 20, for example.
20 is okay.
It's a reach, but let's
Sure.
just say the maximum
It's 20. Yeah.
is 20. These are people who are trusting this YouTuber James Charles, and even though he is a person and not just a company name with some CEO that we never see or never hear of, he is a person, and he will make, as you said, people like a human mistake.
Yeah.
That everyone does, and that is the flaw in having people instead of a brand with like multiple people working with you to avoid those people mistakes that someone like James Charles will do and has done.
Or even like brands, don't get me wrong, like brands like L'Oreal, like Maybelline, they also have people inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
They are made of people. But when somebody makes a mistake in that brand, it stays inside concealed, and like it just gets fixed more easily
Mm-hmm.
because when you compare it, like a CEO like James Charles or a CEO like Jeffree Star, he represents this whole company. Obviously, James Charles has people working for him.
Yeah.
And obviously, Jeffree Star has people working for him. But because we never see these people, we think, oh my God, this is my favorite person. Every day I watch him. And he's grinded his way to the top and now has a makeup palette.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fucking buy that shit. And like, but then when he makes a mistake, it's more evident than it would have been in a company of a lot more people. And it's just so, and that like, it's such a big character assassination, and it's such a big, like, autogol.
What?
Autogol.
What's that?
I don't know how to say it in English. It's like
Autogol.
when one team scores a goal in their own door.
An own goal.
Sure.
It's an own goal, I guess.
We say autogol in Bulgaria.
Right.
So whatever, you get it. Like, it's a bad thing to do to your own shit, you know?
And any mistake James Charles does with the brand, I feel like there are a lot of stuff that he could just not post on YouTube. But of course, because he is also an influencer, and because he's also running a YouTube channel where he needs to stay relevant and like keep the news, keep the stories coming for people to listen to, he will be more inclined to share the mistakes rather than hide them, even though they are hideable. He will be more inclined to share them.
But they share the mistakes just because of what we just said, is that if somebody shares their mistakes with me for 10 years, in the end of these 10 years, regardless of the mistakes, I will trust them more than somebody who hasn't shared the mistakes. Because as a person that's 20 years old, I know that these people have made mistakes. And I am more inclined to believe if they do share them rather than if I've never seen them make a mistake in 10 years. For example, like, I don't even know who. Like, can you think of somebody who's never made a mistake on YouTube?
Tana Mojo.
Okay. Whatever. She hasn't actually spoken out on this, I don't think. I don't remember.
Does she have to?
I want her to, because she is like his close friend, apparently.
Oh, wow.
I'm interested to see what she would say.
How old is Tana? Does she fit in this category?
I think she's my age.
Oh.
I think she's 20.
Well, she does fit in the category, then.
Or maybe she's 21. No, she's not older than me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Although I do look like I'm 12 compared to her.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Okay, you know what? Let's not have this conversation. Continuing. My phone is like...
What? What?
Never mind.
How long has this been going on so far?
38 minutes.
Damn, okay.
Why?
I'm just wondering.
Anyhow, so yeah, and like when you put your face as an influencer, yourself, a person who has to share mistakes in order to keep this insane, psychologically bending relationship between yourself and an imaginary audience of millions, that in itself is crazy. But then you put that and you slap it onto a brand, which is something more seen as something more like machinery type thing, more cold, more static, more detached from these people. So in order to bring it closer to them, to these audiences. And you do, but then is that good for you? Is that good for your brand? Because now when you share these mistakes that you do share in order to gain their trust, you also say, oh my God, I'm also representing not only my own self as a person, because if you're representing just yourself and you're making mistakes, okay, you can be forgiven. But when you're also representing a whole team, a whole company behind your back, that's when people are like, but really, like, are you really doing this for real right now? I'm buying shit from you. I'm paying $38 for like eyeshadow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy your shit. I'm not paying you to be a child on the internet and embarrass yourself and your friends and your family and your whole brand.
You know what I think is relevant to this? The fact that now these people, I think they also have to depend on being memes at some points in their careers.
That's very interesting as well.
I don't think this just applies to influencers. Obviously, this applies to like actors and everything, like, because you have for like just a minute, I'm gonna talk about something other than influencers. Just to make an example, we have Marvel, Endgame, Infinity War, whatever. This isn't a spoiler or anything, but we have someone who's like Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man. He has multiple videos online of him like dancing and just being goofy, and like everyone's like memeing him. And then with that, I feel like there's just more attraction to the film. And then because he is a meme, there is more likely to be meme edits of the film constantly recycled on social media and shared, and more people will see Avengers Endgame or Infinity War pop up on their feed, and they're like, oh, okay, so even if you're not an
100%.
Avengers fan, you're gonna see it. If you're
100%.
if you're not a fan of Avengers but you're a fan of memes, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I started watching The Office.
Yeah.
I laugh at them, like, because when I see, another thing I've revolted against is watching The Office. My friend from home, Peter.
Okay, yeah.
Pepsi.
Bibis.
Hi, if you're listening. I don't think he is, but hi. He's been raving on about Parks and Recreation, or however the name was, and also The
That's
Office.
correct.
For me to watch. And I've always been like, no. What did you just say?
I said that's correct.
Oh, yeah. I heard ass crack.
That too.
I was like, no, I'm not watching it. And then lately, I've been seeing so many memes on Instagram and laughing at them that I actually started watching The Office, which is crazy. That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like Jeffree Star is one of the beauty gurus that get the most memes out of, like, because he is so like expressive. He has like the tea, like sipping the tea, bitch. Oh my God.
How do you think?
Deceased.
How do you think I heard about James Charles? I didn't hear about him first from you. I didn't hear
from the Go Mary meme, the white face meme.
That plus the pictures of his ass at Coachella being memed, and just like a whole bunch of that.
Yeah.
That's how I knew who James Charles was. I didn't know him at first as like a guru. I knew him as a person who was like a meme.
And you know what's funny? I'm gonna make another relation to the Kardashians, to these modern day geniuses. And I'm gonna tell you, the first person to actually like take all of the memery that's happening and wear it on their sleeve or shirt, in her case, Kylie motherfucking Jenner, when that picture of her face with the fucking caked makeup, with the bad facial expression, the green ass hair surfaced, where she looked like Kendall's 47-year-old mom married to her 77-year-old dad, who is her sugar daddy, paying for her lip injections, which looked horrendous at the time. She took that picture and she put it on a massive shirt. And she wore that on Instagram without makeup on, with her little braids, with her perfect ass skin, with her freckles showing, and it worked. And it was fucking funny. That was the first person to actually sit down and be like, yo, these people are laughing, but...
Oh, and then there's that face that Kim Kardashian made. Like,
yeah.
Where she looked like revolted. She made them into phone cases.
And you know what's even funnier? This is a podcast, and nobody saw what you did with your face. And every single person who's listening to this knows what face we're talking about. That's success.
Yeah.
In modern day. That's crazy that this is like, this equals success. But the ugly crying face, fuck yeah. Smart.
I saw I saw a post on Instagram where like they're selling a fridge, and the fridge is like a screen, and the way they advertise the screen is the first thing they show as a display on the screen is a meme, and the meme is like when you're trying to think of something to put on your fridge screen, and it's like, okay.
Insane.
Yeah, but this is where we're going.
Yeah. That's crazy that we're going there.
And it works.
Yeah, it works.
People are always like, there was this whole like meme university or meme course thing, and it was like a joke. And I guess it's like, it is a joke, but at the same time, it isn't. Look where we are. Look where we're going. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. And I like it and I hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
But are people ready for this? Are people ready to be on the internet? That's what I'm asking. Especially like young influencers like James. And even like, to be fair, older ones like Tati, because I think a lot of their conflict comes from the age gap. Because these self-proclaimed communities that happen on YouTube and Instagram, you have the beauty community, you have the reaction community, you have the people who do food reviews, people who do ASMR community, the fucking slime community, any type of community, you ask for it, they have it. And then, but the thing is though, in these communities, people are in all shapes and sizes and in all ages as well. So James is 19, Tati is 38 or however old she is, I don't know. And like they become friends, she becomes his mentor because we don't want a Michael Jackson situation where she fucking hang out with him every day and everybody's like, what the fuck is happening, But then these friendships prove to be toxic for one or the other person or prove to be suffocating because obviously a 40-year-old person cannot be friends with a 20-year-old person unless one of them is out of their league.
Yeah.
Like, it's not possible.
Especially to call the old person like mom.
That's crazy. Right?
It's just like, it's just like really cringy thinking about it.
I think this is a reference to drag culture with the mother houses and stuff, which is good, like funny, okay? And I'm guessing that like, he did it as a joke more than anything.
Maybe.
But then I know that she, as a 40-year-old person, took it more to heart than, for example, him calling me mom. If I'm like 2 months older than him. Like if one of my friends calls me mom, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is a joke. But then if I'm 40 and a 19-year-old calls me mom, I'm really gonna take that shit to heart.
I don't think he's saying it as a joke or like as an inside joke, because when he messaged her with like this serious paragraph about what was going on, he still used mom. Yeah, he still used mom. So I think it is serious. I think if it was a joke, he would refrain from using that in the first place. So
yeah. But it's crazy, like these communities are gathering people that I don't know if they should be gathered, or no, the thing is they can be gathered, of course. Like you can have, as a young person, you can have a stable relationship with an older person. But it's just so difficult when you put the aspect of the fact that you are not only people, you are also brands, and you are not only brands, you are also personalities, your characters.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are. When you put the memery in there and when you put everything in there and you get this like weird mixture, which is not a human anymore. It's a product.
Yeah.
And these products, can they be friends with each other? Can they really interact properly? And if yes, like, what does that do to people? If not, what does that do to people that are watching? Because at the end of the day, people who are watching this, they like it. They like that shit.
Yeah. They don't care if it causes like distress or anything. In the end, it's the other 50% of what they're subscribed for. This type of drama happens like every few months or every few weeks. And in the meantime, you'll get some like makeup videos, and like you're subscribed for it, you're enjoying it. But in the end, when that sweet drama comes in,
you like that too.
Yeah.
But that's in human nature. That's just in human nature. Like you give the people bread and I don't know how to say that in English. It's a quote. But anyway. Yeah, but basically, people, I said to you the other day, people watched Gossip Girl in the 2000s when it first came out, the early 2000s, and they loved that shit because of the drama. People watch soap operas because they love the drama. People gossip between each other for their other friends because they love the drama. But it's different now because they're not talking about just fictional characters or just their neighbor. They're talking about like millionaires. They're talking about children millionaires, which is sick. It's sick thinking that somebody gets off on the thought that this child millionaire is crying.
Well, James Charles is a teenager, but there are children millionaires out there because again, we talked about the toy community and how that's literally run by kids with their parents just telling them or just giving them toys and recording it. Those are probably the most rated YouTube videos on YouTube. They get the most money, and they're just kids, and their parents, you never see them. It's just the kids.
Is it true? I haven't checked, but is it true that YouTube banned comments on any video containing kids?
I don't know.
Do you want to check it?
You gonna check it right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it right now.
Okay. But yeah, in the end, they all know what they're doing. It's ignorant to think that they're not. It's ignorant to think that they won't post the same drama in 2 months' time, 3 months' time, especially when their channel is consistent for a period of time, because they will need to spice it up. And like you even have Shane Dawson who does like that series.
Oh yeah,
he does a series that's like where he dives into characters or studies on YouTube.
Yeah,
something like that. And does he? How often does he do that?
Not too often, but he did one for Tana. He did one for Logan Paul. Or Jake Paul was that? I don't remember. I don't make a difference between the two of them.
And those got
millions.
Yeah, I can say that those probably get the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people like watching that. But it's different when... No, actually, I don't want to say it's different. It's horrible. It's horrible to watch that. And you shouldn't get off on that. And you shouldn't like watching that.
You shouldn't see drama happen and then be like, oh my God, I can't wait for like
the next
Shane Dawson to like, or like iDubbbz do content comp on this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, content cops are great as long as they are doing justice to the community by exposing some wrongdoings. Because with Tana, what he did... I think was right.
I think that was right as well.
She needed a wake-up call.
Yeah.
She needed to be called out on what she did wrong. Maybe he was a bit harsh, but still...
He took the extreme route, but I think it was necessary.
She took the extreme route as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
So he just clapped back and he protected himself, okay? But, like, wanting to stir drama where there isn't really that much drama, and then also being a character who is like... famous for their drama, like Jeffree Star, I really don't think that's a good character to have, especially when you're a real person with a brand who is doing marketing before anything else, because they are doing marketing. And I don't know why only Instagram influencers get shit about doing marketing, and like people say, oh yeah, this Instagram influencer is like pushing like ads in my face and like telling me to eat granola or whatever. But then YouTubers never get that. Even when they say like, oh yeah, no, I'm not sponsored. Even if you're not sponsored, you're still doing advertising right now. That's what you're doing. The moment you hold up a product and you have more than 2 people watching you, this is an ad. Just you're not getting paid for it.
Yeah.
I've bought products. The other day, I bought a product because Taddy told me to, even though she was not sponsored, even though it was just like part of some... I was looking to buy a bronzer. I bought the bronzer she said was good. Did she do an ad? Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, YouTube says, okay, BBC. YouTube says it will switch off comments on almost all videos featuring under 18s in an attempt to better protect children and families. Several brands stopped advertising on YouTube after discovering that pedophiles were leaving predatory comments on videos of children. YouTube had originally disabled comments on videos that were attracting predatory and obscene comments. Ooh. What was happening? What has YouTube announced? In a blog post, YouTube said its new policy meant videos of very young children would automatically have the comment section disabled.
How can you not see this coming?
How can you not do that in the first place?
Yeah.
Also, no. How can you let children on the internet?
Yeah.
No, don't let them on the internet. Like, I'm gonna get hate about this probably. Well, I'm not, because nobody's listening to this. But like, if somebody was, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go back to before fire. Oh, but like, genuinely though, does your 8-year-old really need, or 7-year-old really need to do reviews on YouTube?
They know that using their kid will get them more views. Like, that's a given. But
But how can you do that to your kid knowing that half of these views are pedophiles?
money. Are you kidding me? You know how much money they get?
Yeah,
Do you know how insanely rich they are?
maybe I'm just not a parent, so I don't understand.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
guess.
Maybe they had good intentions.
Oh,
But
probably, for sure. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that like their parents want their kids to get like these comments, but
no, I'm not saying that they might have bad intentions of wanting comments. I think when I said that, I meant having bad intentions of just focusing on the money aspect rather than just, to have their kid. But then there's also stories of like parents actually using this money for like their college funds,
yeah, that's
for like their
good.
future,
Yeah.
and that's great. That's all fine and dandy. But I still don't think they should be on YouTube in the first place. I think because it's like, you're using a kid who can't even like consent. They're just like playing with a toy, and you're just like filming them, because there are two paths this kid could take. This kid can grow up and with his past like YouTube recognition continue doing YouTube happily. He won't have to do toy stuff, but he can easily now continue and do other stuff because people now know him and they were invested in when he was a kid. Or there's the other route, which is the kid just wants to get off social media, but he can't because his face is now plastered everywhere. He's a meme now because he was doing these toy reviews, and he can't do anything about it because he was forced to because his parents put him on the YouTube video. And we'll never know which path the kid will take until they reach 16 or 18 or however old they need to be aware of it. And I don't think you should take that away from them. I think you should just leave it to them, leave it until they decide to do it rather than just putting them on camera.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But then people like James Charles, where they didn't have a parent force them in the first place, and it was just them.
James Charles
Going
started
into it.
off, but they all do. They all start off just like doing their makeup or playing their game, and before you know it, they're the most famous YouTuber. Or they are in like a fucking huge drama and they are making millions off of brand deals off of their own.
I don't think that type of stuff just happens. I don't think it does.
What do you think happens then?
But it's intentional.
What do you mean intentional?
As in like for him to want to get where he was and where he is now, the whole process was intentional. Maybe at first.
Yeah, he wanted to be famous, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean the decisions he made throughout the way were to get him famous. Yeah.
I don't. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm not saying that's not the case. That's definitely the case. Maybe some of them really just want to. But then, if you really just want to play games, why do you film yourself?
Well, I think back in like 2007 to 2009 or 10, I think that was the peak of people just being like, I just want to do this and do that and just play. And then later on throughout the years, people got attraction to them.
No, but if you just want to do this thing, whatever thing it is, do makeup or play games or play with toys, if you just want to do that one thing and you don't care about subscribers, you don't care about that, why do you film yourself and put yourself on social media?
When you see like a funny meme, why would you want to show your friends? Because you want them to laugh. Along with it, you want to...
So you want people to see?
Yeah, you want people to see.
The moment you start wanting somebody to see your action, it's not the original action anymore. It's not. We are just not programmed to act the same when we are watched. We never do. Like, even the slightest difference, it still occurs. It's not you just wanting to play a game. It's you wanting to play a game while somebody's watching you.
And because when people play a game, they don't talk, they don't have a conversation with the camera. They might like mumble every now and then when they're playing, or if they're playing with people, they'll talk to them. But obviously it's a completely different type of conversation they would have with the camera and with their viewers. And yes, they will act differently.
Like even
But-
now, me and you, like why are we recording this? Why are we not just having a conversation?
Well, we did start off with a conversation.
But
and
our
then we moved on.
conversations don't sound like that though. They never do. Like
No.
what we sound like right now, we never sound like that in real life.
No, no one just sits and like
Yeah, like
has like this.
our friends can hear this and they will know that characteristically we're the same. We're not like putting up a facade or anything. We're not. But the way I speak, even my voice changes. My sentence structure changes. I think more about what I say.
Yeah.
I put more in it. But if we were just having a conversation without anybody recording, we would sound completely different.
Yeah.
We would still have the same opinions. I'm not saying that we lie, but we change.
Yeah.
And that's inevitable. And that in itself should tell you these people, the moment they turn on the camera, they turn into something different than they usually are.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe they do convey the same messages, they do convey the same opinions to you, but still they change. And you still believe them so much. I still believe them so much. Like millions of people still believe them so much. And it's like almost like I want to compare it to a religion because like
Watch it now.
yeah, I know, but still like obviously with the God you have never seen him, or maybe like most of us haven't seen him, her, whoever they are. But like with YouTubers, it's like okay, not religion, it's a cult.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
would say
cult.
it's more of a cult than a religion.
I chose the wrong word. I'm sorry about that. It's a cult. It's like millions of people listening to somebody behind the screen who is non-existent, really.
Following them, their story, possibly bringing up their story to people who don't watch their channel, or discussing it between people who do watch the channel, buying their products, and using their codes. And
It's problematic when we start looking at people, at real people, like we would look at movie characters. That's the most problematic part.
yeah,
Because real people have real feelings and they lie and they are not written and they are not invincible like Arya Stark or like Serena
damn
van der
okay.
Woodson.
Y'all dropping a Game of Thrones reference when you don't even watch Game of Thrones.
What reference? I know about, obviously. Like, I know like 5 characters, whatever. But yeah, like talking about these people or characters is one thing. But then the real ones, I don't know. And then buying stuff from them,
Yeah.
like spending
Yeah.
money on them, paying them, directly paying them. Because YouTube is like, we're free. Well, lately it's been like, hey guys, buy stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, but before it was like YouTube is free. You watch these people for free, and they still get money from somebody else. But once they start selling us things, we are paying them directly.
Yeah.
And the most like one of the sick parts, like when you see merch with like catchphrases from drama that's happened.
Yeah.
Like if for example Tati comes out with a shirt that says "Bye Sister," oh my god, you know,
Horrible. But people will still buy it.
people will buy the shit out of it,
It's fucking terrible, but people will still buy it.
and it's crazy. Like they are, and I think they are impeding their own businesses this way. Because yeah, people will like that drama, but they will still have a second thought. And after a while, maybe after a few years, 10 years, 15 years, I think people will stop believing YouTube drama and they will stop listening to YouTube drama.
I think that's way too much time. I think people will stop. I think people are already not believing a lot of
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's true. Less time. Give it less time.
Way less time. I think like give it 2 years, and like I feel like the whole community is gonna change.
Because drama just goes one or two ways. Like it just goes in a few ways, you know? It's like crying in front of the camera with the hoodie on with no makeup, or putting on makeup and being like Tati. Like
There's a running joke of every apology video has to start with a deep sigh,
and
Yeah.
just turned on the camera. Yeah.
and then like maybe a dog comes in, comes in the shot or something like that, you know?
Because these people have managers. That's what a lot of people forget. These people, these characters that you like so much and that you buy things from, they have managers, and their managers are there to tell them how the fuck they should look in order to make you believe the shit they're saying. How you should look in order to look sorry, how you should look in order to look petty, how you should look in order to look, and how you should look when you're selling things. Everything they do is there for a reason. The way they're dressed, the way they say bye, the way they say hi, their background. If somebody accidentally shows up on camera, that's not accidental. What pets they buy, what references they make, what movies they watch, everything. Their managers are there to tell them what to do in order to convey a certain message.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a little something out there for the listeners. A little like Game of Thrones type thing. You guys know that Starbucks cup that's in the shot, and like everyone's reporting it. Everyone's like, oh my god, they fucked up. I don't think they fucked up. I think they put it there. I think they know people are gonna be like, oh my god, Game of Thrones fucked up, and it's gonna be everywhere. I don't think that was a mistake. At me.
I actually didn't think about that before you said it, but once you told me, I was like, oh yeah, actually.
What? Eight. Like, I don't think it would happen unintentionally. But yeah.
Starbucks. As if Starbucks needs more advertising though. Like, why do people buy so much stuff? Like, remember all of these pictures of like celebrities in the early 2000s with all these massive Starbucks cups? Why are all of them buying Starbucks? I don't think they like Starbucks that much. Starbucks is not that good.
Nope, it's not.
It's really not that good.
We have a coffee place here at university along with Starbucks and Costa called Naked. It is fantastic. Sure, it's just another like coffee place, but it's cheaper, and if you put it on the same...
It's not cheaper.
It is.
No.
Is it not? For what you get, it's cheaper.
No, it's not cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cheaper, but I think it's much better. I think it's less fucking cruel because they don't exploit children. And oh my god, do your research before buying coffee. I'm not like judging anybody because I also buy Starbucks. Today I drank Starbucks, in fact, because I have no money and because I'm broke. But like...
Because when you're broke, so you buy Starbucks.
Oh, right.
That's like very
white.
versatile.
That's so white.
Yeah.
But I'm being honest right now. Like, when I can, I buy Naked. And it's better. But you've never seen Miley Cyrus walk around with a Naked cup, have you? Or a Costa cup, in fact. There are significantly less paparazzi shots with people carrying Costa than Starbucks.
Yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
Of course not.
I'm starting to sound like we're both starting to sound like conspiracy theorists. But people are there to sell you stuff because this is a new way of advertising, and it was in the beginning. It was genius. For me, whoa. Like, honestly, wow, good job advertising. You're doing well. But now, because they still have to keep up with being people, they're fucking up being a brand. Because being a person and being a brand are two polar opposite things. You can't be the two things at the same time. You either choose to be a person and you make your mistakes and you cry on camera and you do spontaneous tweets and you make people believe you through your mistakes, or you're perfect and you're a brand and you are cruelty free and you are vegan and you are what you have to be in order for a brand to be good in 2019.
You have to sell perfection.
You do. Will there ever be a podcast episode where I don't get angry?
No.
Stay tuned.
That's impossible.
I got angry again.
You're always angry.
That's true. I used to say in high school, if you're not angry, you're either stupid or asleep. Which is very woke of me.
Not really.
I'm kidding, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think being angry is good, but I am angry all the time.
Big.
I'm sorry,
guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to bring up to support this.
I don't know. What do you guys like? Do you think these people are capable of doing both of what they've taken on? Because I don't think so. I think they are fucking themselves up right now. They are doing themselves not a big favor, the opposite of a favor. And I don't know how.
They're doing the opposite of good.
Yeah, I forgot the word. And I don't think it's good. I don't think it's going good for advertising right now, for marketing. Somebody who is doing marketing well, though, I'm gonna say, the Kardashians.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The Kardashian, whoever still hasn't gotten on the bandwagon that the Kardashians are geniuses.
I came to university for an interview here, and I don't know how, but the topic of the Kardashians show came up, and the lecturer right there and then was like, "Yeah, what about it? It's genius. Like they know what the fuck they're doing. They know who they're advertising it to. Like I don't get why there are people out there like, oh, the Kardashians are so stupid on TV. Like, no, you're fucking stupid.
Yes.
You're fucking stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you really think somebody would go on TV and be stupid by mistake? Paris Hilton has sold her persona to shreds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm pretty sure she's crossbreeding dogs in order to make her own breed of dog for people to carry in their bag. Are you kidding me? You think people are doing things by mistake? You think people are being like, oh my god, they're so stupid and I'm so smart. I'm watching them and I know that they're stupid.
I'm picking out their mistakes. No, you're the fucking idiot. Shut up.
Like
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Mm.
People.
The fact that you're even bringing it up, the mistake, and talking about it to other people, they've won.
Yeah.
Right
yeah.
then and there.
Yeah.
You doing that, that's it. That's what they want.
Dumb blondes has been selling themselves as dumb blondes since ever. And people still are not understanding that being a dumb blonde is a fucking job rather than anything. This is coming from a dumb blonde. Me.
You're not a dumb blonde. So
I'm a dumb blonde.
no.
What, are you saying I'm smart?
No, you're a stupid blonde.
I'm not. My hair is blonde. What are you talking about? Anyway. Did you not know I'm blonde?
That was a joke. You're
Okay.
standing right in front of me and you're blonde. I don't understand.
But yeah, I really think that I should be quoted on that. I really like that quote. I hope someday people quote me on that.
Do you want to repeat it?
Being a dumb blonde has been a job since ever. I can't say it without.
You're only saying that because you're a dumb blonde.
I'm not earning any money yet. So
Yet. Who knows?
it's a very low paying job. Well, for some of us it's big, like Paris Hilton. Who's the dumb blonde? She invented the job she is like the ultimate employer of the dumb blonde.
You should throw an email her way.
I think she should email me. Paris,
Really?
Paris Hilton, hello?
You tried that with The Rock one time and didn't work.
Well, someday.
Someday.
Mark my words. Someday he will be on the other side of that microphone talking to me. And I'm going to tell him about that message I sent him on Instagram. And he's going to find that message and we're going to laugh about it. And it's going to be cool.
Okay. I'll hold you to that.
Okay.
And I'll be on this microphone.
Oh, you'll be dead.
I'll be dead?
Yeah.
How? How will
You're
I
gonna
die?
die in like a shark attack while
A shark attack.
Yeah, we're going to go on holiday and you're just going to be attacked by a shark.
That's impossible because
You have no money for holiday.
yeah.
I'm kidding. You're not going to die. That was knock on wood.
Also, I love sharks, but I'm scared shit from them.
You love sharks?
They're like, I think they're great. I don't know. I just really like sharks. I think they're cool. Yes. I used to watch a lot of Shark Week. Yes. I used to watch a lot of shark movies. Yes. Sharknado is fantastic. Watch all of it. Watch all of the Sharknado movies.
Are you done?
Yeah.
So it's been 73 minutes. I'm angry. And I think we should wrap it up.
I'm hungry.
I'm kind of hungry too. Yeah, and I have to go back to revision, guys. It's exam session time.
And for someone like me who does stuff like television production, I don't have exams. So woo! Time to go home and shower and then do nothing.
Cool. I'm just going to study. if anybody wants to talk to me about global current affairs, I'm on that bandwagon right now. So
If
come
anyone wants to
forward.
talk to me about sharks, hit me up.
Okay, thanks for listening, guys. That
All
was
right.
us. I'm
Thank you.
Zoe,
I'm Dan.
and this was the Dan and Zoe podcast.
Thank you. Bye.
Wait,
What?
we didn't ask the question.
We asked like a million questions.
Okay. Well, do you think
Do you guys like Shark Week?
do you guys like Shark Week, and do you think marketing is doing okay through the influencer drama that's been going on?
Okay, thank you, and have a good night or morning or afternoon or evening.
Be happy.
Be happy. Stay
Okay.
safe.
We'll see you. We'll hear from you soon. Bye.
All right. Mwah, bye.